हेलो 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 हेलो
On behalf of Sonia fraternity, as well as on my own behalf, welcome Professor Batra for this distinguished lecture morning. And we are very happy having you here. And thank you for accepting this. And everyone is looking forward to hearing. Thank you so much.
I would like to introduce you. For students.
I thought it was not bad. Fine, but make it brief, no?
Sure.
Not a personal introduction background.
So today we have this distinguished lecture under Adadika Amrit Mahotsav. So I'm really pleased to introduce our distinguished guest, Dr. Harshvardhan Batra. He is a veterinarian by profession. Did his MUSc in bacteriology and hygiene and PhD in veterinary public health and epidemiology from Chaudhary Charan Singh Haryana Agriculture University in Hisar. He also worked as a postdoctoral research fellow at the Medical Research Council in the tuberculosis and related infectious unit at Hammersmith Hospital in London. He initially worked as a senior research officer and head of the microbacteriology laboratory at the National Institute of Immunology, New Delhi. Later, he joined DRDO as a scientist and became additional director and subsequently director at Defense Food Research Laboratory, DRDO, Mysore. He is a specialist in infectious diseases. He participated in the DRDO biodefense preparedness programs and was an expert member of the Technical Advisory Committee on Plague constituted by Government of India in 1994. He has published more than 150 research articles in international peer-reviewed journals. He has received several national and international awards and fellowships, to name a few. He has received a DRDO Scientist of the Year Award in 2002, Professor J.V. Bhatt Memorial Oration Award for significant contribution towards the diagnostic microbiology, Pathbreaking Research and Outstanding Technology Development Award received from Honorable Defense Minister late Shri Manoj Parrikar in 2005. And we all know he is a chairman of the Technical Expert Committee of Animal Biotechnology Task Force Department of Biotechnology. So every project needs his approval for funding. So he's a very important person. So with this, I invite Dr. Batra for his talk titled New Technologies and Strategies for Animal Healthcare.
Got it. Thank you, sir. So much privilege to be here. So I have special thanks for the madam. Within 3 months of her stay, she provided me with this opportunity. Today, 3rd month complete. Wonderful. I was looking for it. The moment she sent me a message, it took me a minute to agree to it. Reason was, my job is to work and mentor youngsters. This I enjoy all my life. Still I'm doing. So if you get this kind of a opportunity where you are told you can spend time with our youngsters, so I don't mind doing that. I'm very happy. But it's up to you whether you gain something or you don't gain out of it. But my plea would be at least try to gain through the experience of the people, whether they are scientists or non-scientists. The experience also matters to some extent. If it is not helpful to you today, I can assure you more interaction with the seniors someday might give you even a one word or a sentence spoken a value sometime in your life. And I go by that approach. Doesn't need to change your thinking process, not at all. This generation definitely is a very bright generation. Newborns are .coms, definitely, because it's a very fast moving world in digital technology. So we can't keep pace with you. It's agreeable. Where the science is moving, again, we cannot keep pace with you. But still, we want that you should keep pace with the best institutions in the world, despite all the problems that you are facing and that you are bound to face for this kind of your objectives. This is a very strange thing. Against struggles, you have to be successful. So that was the reason I thought, let me start. My science is special. Everyone is specialist in their own area. Luckily, I had an interaction for nearly half an hour or so, arranged by Madam and Dr. Mujumdar. And it really helped me to understand, though many of things I know from this institution, but still got more knowledge, those who have recently joined, and still half of the scientists I could not personally speak to today. I'll find an opportunity to do with that. So the message I got immediately was, you have experts in almost all the desired area that are needed in animal biology. Wonderful. All experienced ones, and you are lucky enough that you are working with them as youngsters, students. So make best use of that, and we'll work out some strategies where your efficiency can be improved, where our scientists can also feel a little bit more comfortable, little bit, not much. We can't do towards that, much towards that also. It is still fine, but the way the expertise exists over there, you have to really now do lots and lots for the animal welfare, for the country, against all odds. With that, I'll just start. See, this the title I chosen, specifically I was given some 4 or 5 titles, madam, from your book, because you are basically celebrating Amrit Mahotsav of 75th year of independence. That was the occasion, and many topics were there. Then I thought maybe somewhere I can be a little more comfortable. I should not say useful, more comfortable. I chose this particular one, technologies and strategies for animal healthcare. I may not be able to provide you totally solutions or new innovations or new technologies, but definitely some ideas are there. I might not get time over here to discuss, but anyone is free, welcome all the time. We don't mind sharing our expertise. We don't mind sharing our ideas more than that. In my own area of specialization, I worked all through my life with microbiology as the mainstay, that are highly infectious agents, developing facilities in the country towards that up to BSL-4 level with all indigenous efforts. No technology was provided to us from any Western country, and had been attending on behalf of the country large number of international meetings at United Nations on biodefense programs, and was made in charge of the biodefense program, the country that's a separate thing. But there, I can just give you one simple example. I think Dr. Sonu Gandhi is there or not, I'm not seen. She's a scientist over here. Okay, fine. So reason is, in those meetings, we were experts associated with ambassador and those diplomats. And number of meetings, I would have attended maybe 16 or 18 meetings in Geneva, again on biodefense related issues. The moment you utter a word biosensor, a word only from a developing country, India used to lead the developing country, still it's the same state, all will get alerted. You know what? They don't want. India should be working on biosensor or should ask for any technology transfer or technology collaboration from the West on biosensor. Situation has changed now. Same situation we faced when we were supposed to develop biocontainment, BSL-3, BSL-4 laboratories. Nothing, no expertise, no equipment, nothing will be provided under those circumstances with our team who built everything in the country. That was our biodefense strength. Not simply working for infectious agents, even the facilities that are required to work for those infectious agents, we started in those areas. That is the area where we specialize. And microbiology, after when you're handling those highly infectious agents, it's a microbiology only. And more than that, my own expertise got generated in hybridoma technology. Like this 5-star institute, this is normally I call. I also joined my first placement as a scientist, as head of the department, in another premier 5-star institute of DBT, National Institute of Immunology. So I have the same experience as we are going through. And there Dr. G.P. Talwar put me you go and along with Dr. Gupta, must be knowing, S.K. Gupta, on hybridome. Along with microbiology, I started learning hybridome technology, and all my years I grew towards it. Even after achieving the position of a director at Defense R&D, there again a good job was to work on biodefense through food technology. So fine, right there again. As a director, also I would find 2 hours a day to go to the laboratory and do my hybridome. I'm very comfortable and very confident. See, if you keep working in one specific area all your life, you are bound to become innovator in that. That is the Indian mind and Indian strength. So even this message itself, if someone picks it up, they will be successful in their life against all odds. You ask me anything on hybridoma technology, I can give you all technical details where we can beat anybody in the world even today. That is the strength each one of you is capable of generating. So please take this as a first message. Wherever you have interest, wherever you have got some hands onto it with your previous experience, don't leave that experience till you become a strong innovator and a leader in the world. Okay, I'll push myself. Fine. So these introductions, I don't need that you need to understand. Everyone knows the importance of animal industry, animal in the country, the economic strength, in what all possible, how they are contributing towards GDP of agriculture. Everyone knows, or if you want to know more, all the time internet is available. So here I'm also seeing my slides for the first time, so I need to go somewhere else. My youngsters only prepare for me. Can I have this one? Is it working? Is it audible? आप डाल दो यार. Is it audible? So fine. So this is I thought maybe these are important areas. There are many, many more, and luckily, you know all those areas. So of course, being in diagnostics all through my life, but infectious disease that will occupy the more focus from my side. This is the area I'm more comfortable with. Pure vaccines, achievable therapeutic, after breeding practices. There are so many areas in animal reproduction that we need to have a look at it and with new technological insights. Genomic tools, Dr. Majumdar has always been leading the country with a group of scientists. I met Sarfaraz Khan today, a young scientist, and had a good discussion with him. Smart livestock shelters, food and fodder. We went to have a problem of feeding human beings in this country. You definitely have still problems feeding our animals. Might look it's a very simple thing, but is the technology needed to feed? This country also needs a technology for feeding humans. You know, Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, what he said? Hunger is a national shame. It's true. He said so, but still it is a national shame. So 80 crore people will provide around 6 kg of grains and lentils free from the government side, 80 crores under those different schemes. Even after that, we face hunger, deaths related to hunger, malnutrition, a big problem for humans in our own country. So in that situation, how animals will be totally healthy because of a nutritious food? So this again is an issue which we have to look at it. That's how animal feed, leftover crops, how to manage. It's a good area. I think यहाँ पर जो है ना, there are few institutions doing wonderfully good work. उसमें Dr. Manpal जो है ना from NIAMT, then Dr. Joshi from our own group from Gujarat Biotech, and IVRI also. But then I was trying my level best to work, bring them together in a network program where the focus can be much more towards the fast growth and product development. And I think recently we sanctioned one translational research platform for Dr. Joshi there. But I'm in regular touch with Dr. Manpal there, NIAMP, and IVRI, madam, you have to take care. So this is another area where farm-based and other crop residues can be reconverted into a good animal feed that would really help. This is another one area. We need to develop technologies, all molecular approaches. You need to have those organisms, recombinant organisms, where these genes are expressed in multiple copies, so that the right kind of enzymes that are needed, they can be achieved in a faster and more efficient way. That is the technology component needed. On one side, this technology component, other side, identify more and more of the natural organisms that provide you these kind of genes with the right kind of enzyme. So these areas, I think you can, maybe in this group, you might not be having anyone working, but still, you being the leader in biotechnology, somehow you have to lead in this area as well. Then wearable sensors and biosensors, Dr. Sonu Gandhi is already there in biosensor. My request to her would be, we'll have interaction if possible. I have few suggestions for that particular group, and if agreeable, it might help that particular, but wonderful area to work with. Wearable sensors in defense we are making use for our armed forces, and it's already in use. But for animals also, we need a low-cost kind of sensors. You can monitor and improve the efficiency. Biosensor, of course, has multiple applications, and this is a gray area. Since you have a strong group over here, you need a strength. And the technical strength needed towards that, I can discuss with the expert, because I have also a group working even now with me, those who are good at biosensors, and working already associated with another group that are going to provide solutions for wearable sensors also. And industrial collaboration, those things are definitely needed. Since this point has come over here, let me make it clear at this beginning itself. One strategy very recently DRDO has adopted. Madam, this new strategy DRDO has adopted. So I appreciate the efforts of our present chairman, Dr. G. Satish Reddy from Andhra region only, and he developed that strategy. Very important for you for the future, for the growth of the country. What they have done, any R&D funding, which is plenty in DRDO, there's no dearth of money in DRDO. 25% of that R&D funding has to be shared with the industry. Would you get that? It's a mandate. Not only they have to share, they have to ask the user for what purpose they are going to undertake R&D at their own level, and along with the collaboration with the industry. Users' requirements have to be fulfilled through technologies in the product with the help of industry. This has become a mandatory situation in a new strategy being adapted at DRDO. Reasons are very obvious. Unless you strengthen your DRDO, your own indigenous equipment and technologies, so country security is definitely at risk. So same way, I do not know, other institutions follow. Some new things are coming in strategy approach in ICAR. Maybe the DDT, when it will take care of those issues, we do not know, but at least you should stay prepared. And already partly these things are there in DBT. We have a BIDAC, we have ATGC program, but how to give a more strength towards that for product development for the welfare of humanity and animals, that's what is needed. Okay, definitely diagnostics and low cost critical reagents, that is very important. Low cost critical molecular reagents with business aspects. See, I can recollect during my younger age, an institute was formed in New Delhi. So you know about genomics even with later on. Dr. So that institute was basically meant initially only to develop indigenous DNA. We cannot stay all the time dependent upon Sigma for related features, chemicals, very satisfying. Finally, those experts at the hierarchy, they changed their mandate and made it the Institute of Human Genomics or something like that, and the focus will was. Other institute was important, not denied, but the initial institute for which purpose it was made, that was also equally important. Somewhere in the country, we need to have dependence-free reagents and equipments in molecular biology, in all kind of high-end animal biotechnology, where we are self-sufficient. That area is badly ignored in the country. I think this is also not a mandate in this institute, but somehow we have to project it for the sake of country and for your future growth. Yes. So that was the intent over here. Referral diagnostic laboratories, all the time they are needed not only for human disease, for animal disease. You have 60 to 70% ranging in between zoonotic diseases. Most of those zoonotic diseases even come under the risk group 4. So they are dangerous. Even this one is a zoonotic, what we face all over the world. So you need referral centers where immediately you can approach and they should help you out. These aspects we have discussed in One Health program and other. Somehow this again is a part of your mandate. We have to build strongly over there. And technologies, they do exist. But we can add on to that how to go for developing these kind of centers. Pathogen repository and typing centers. A issue ignored for a very, very long time in the country. Today also it was discussed. Madam said she wants to have lumpy skin disease cover or something. And they are not, neither they're allowed the pathogen, handle the pathogen, nor they're provided with the pathogen. And who is there holding those pathogens? That's the question. An individual scientist holding a pathogen first demand whether he should be given permission to share the authorities on local authorities to higher authorities. Second demand, of course, it could be a parallel. What I'm going to gain out of it and share my pathogen personal property. So those issues are there in the real situation. So the growth will not happen. As youngsters, all of you are youngsters. I'm not only saying students again. Here, everyone is youngster. So we need a very strong pathogen repository. The impact we used to go, they were doing wonderfully good first, but short of impact can be good. So sometimes you get the culture, it has got to be something different because they're short of stuff. They're not able to do that, and they were not maintaining pathogen. Be very clear. Still, we need a focus towards that. Whether these are human pathogens, animal pathogens, or zoonotic pathogens, we need that. Typing sense. You have seen this, how it has affected COVID. If we are strong enough to provide typing at the earliest, we could have identified many stages in the beginning itself and taken care of it. Once they spread, they start killing, then only we get to know we have to do sequencing, typing, and then that also, I'm very sure, again, straightforward. We are dependent upon West. You have got this sequence change happening, same is change, but you tell us whether it's infected or it's killing you. It's a fact, even for COVID. We have not developed that kind of expertise or a confidence. But we can also dictate terms in terms of typing our story. And not only typing straight, with the functional attributes for that story. That effort is badly lacking. This again is a mandate of this institute. This personally I am thinking, madam, I'm not trying to say, and the technologies you have, we can grow over here. Okay, functional laboratory or disease diagnosis, primary veterinary hospital. See, this again becomes an important requirement. All the time you need not send animal is sick, the veterinarian there or animal handler takes a sample and waits there to sample. A good level expertise, if you want to grow and develop, you need to have a good level of expertise available at the central primary health center itself, primary veterinary hospital itself. That area is badly lacking. This area needs strength. Might not here again technological strength is needed. It's not that it's a simple thing to do. and there are techniques and technologies available, and they are available within the country. You have to expert them, make use of them, and provide this kind of benefit. So specialized mobile laboratories and critical kind of care ambulances. See, I have seen that Dr. Majumdar was there, Madam was there, and maybe Dr. Hegde was also part of it. We developed a canine research center through one project, and there we could develop special expertise taking care of canines within the country for eye care, for skin care, for bone care, for trauma situation, for medical emergencies. Beautiful technologies and products got developed. Now we can push all those technologies individually into a mobile unit and provide the benefit to so many. Suppose a large animal gets hurt somewhere in the field, what will do? We don't have facility. We need those kind of ambulances to have that kind of species-specific benefit or healthcare to that kind of animal to bring them to the critical care at the earliest. We do have technologies, we need to upgrade those, and this remains a critical component again towards this approach. Center for Excellence for important categories of outbreak-prone disease. You became Center for Excellence for vaccine testing for COVID. It was little late. If you had taken up this job in the beginning itself, or if it was already in our mind, government would have made you a center, India would have been shared with many. And this is the lack we are still encountering. And okay, we are making up a little later, but let us keep this mind. These kind of center for excellence are needed in different areas where these are outbreak prone nature, where they cause a huge damage in a short period. We should take care for that. Outbreak mitigation response center. See, one is a specialized center. One is a mitigation, means immediately works onto the field. Linked to a diagnostic facility in the defense, we were able to do it. Because we had fun. We knew how to do it. We did it. But in all other sectors, particularly for animal diseases, we don't need to go ahead with this kind of activity. Okay, this is already discussed. New generation diagnosis, new molecular techniques, वो भी हो गया. Monitoring diseases in wild animals. Now, where from this emerged? This COVID. It comes from wild source. If you don't have a surveillance monitoring system with new tools, which are possible to develop, so disease comes, does its job, and still then we are wondering, and we send a team of WHO experts to Wuhan. Okay, they will locate the cause from it, but this does not work unless you are really having that regular active surveillance. We developed that system for our defense active surveillance for some diseases under the biological program. But then it is also needing lots of upgradation technology. But parallelly, we are able to do it. From DBT side, we developed a program where we recently got it central anthrax. Anthrax is a biological vector. And then if something good is expected out of that. And one component over there again is wild animals. How to do a surveillance and even how to take care if a disease outbreak happens to wild animals. So this area also needs some kind of strength. Okay, prioritization of indigenous technologies, self-reliance equipment. We made few thermal cycles in the country. Not that we did not make it, but we need to keep on improving. Lots of time. My focus is still towards diagnostics, but we need lots and lots of equipment, self-equipment of high-end, good quality for our future research work. Okay, multiplex DNA. See, we had a technology long back. I still remember on scientist name, she was working with me at Institute of Immunology, Dr. Suman. Have you heard about it? She made a microchip for diagnostic long back. Hyderabad. She's there in Hyderabad. Did a wonderful work. And the DNA cover. Yes. So Suman Kapoor, I think, in fact, married or not? I'm not. In any case, see those things ultimately to reach the user. we still need some effort and further improvement, DMT technology for diagnostic purposes. So we do have expertise. We are not a starter in this area, but we need little more effort to make them reach. Okay, then we'll say real-time PCR. Of course, now everyone is expert in real-time PCR. Nothing to worry on to that. COVID has given this kind of expertise developed in the country at large level. But still one area we need, that is isothermal amplification. Sri Chitra Institute, with the help of Tata and the state government, they were trying their level best. They had an ICMR center also. They're still there, they are close to that. But I'll give you an example where we got success. This is very easy to do, more comfortable, more user friendly, and I will not say more cost effective, because after experience with the COVID, all our real time PCR kits have become very, very costly. 40 rupees that is available for those kits. So, but this is another area much more useful towards animal diagnostics and also for human science. Okay, validation centers. Okay, what is that? This I am giving an example. This isothermal kit. I am mentoring a small group of experts. Dr. Pankaj and Sonu Gandhi, they are aware about it. And a small group of them. So during this COVID, since I was as a mentor, I had lots of experience working with them. I tried my level best to get some funding. If you can, wrote some 30 patents on COVID-19 before approaching. Somehow, I could not get funding on it. Then I became a little insistent. Finally, through ICMR and the DBT, not directly to me, I was only a mentor, got a funding from ICMR DBT combination. Tag end, close to 50 lakhs provided, and the end result was that funding that we got. Before that, we had already spent from my friend's pocket 2 crores. Research is not that easy to do in this area. So, but we had no further support from the owner of the company. He said, I have already spent 2 crores, my business is down, where from I did. Finally, DBT provided along with ICMR. This is the work we did. We developed that SL is the company's Shankar Narayana, isothermal loop, one-step isothermal detection kit for COVID-19. It's not a very simple job. When the Tata was supporting Sri Chitra Institute with their government support, and they had thousands of crores at their disposal through this thing, but we had the expertise, we were confident. Isothermal reactions are not easy. There are so many issues related to that. Publications are okay. For your PhD or your MSc, you can make a test and then publish that. But getting a product with a reproducible result with so many parameters that you have is a tough job. That's what we were confident of. We can do this. And this is what we did. And this is what the three SD was targeted, RDRC was targeted, and maybe one internal control was patent mutant they would have applied. And I'll just come to the report. Here it's mentioned. Got it even for evaluation, man. I remember the last director in INSTAN. We were told by CDF, you go to INSTAN and get it evaluated because that is the regional center for validation through ICMR. I was not even allowed to enter INSTAN. Then I called DBT headquarters. Then only madam spoke to me. But she said they have not received any guidelines. That's how they are not able to. Madam Sari. Apurva. She said they do not have any guidelines, though they have only made a center. Later on, they received guidelines. And again, we approached, and this is what finally they validated. 4 institutes were involved in that validation process there at Bangalore. One is in Oxkind, CCAM, Rockefeller Foundation, and INSTAN. And this is what the result is again. This is a report signed by them. Again, 98% sensitivity. You can see over there. And 100% of an isothermal test. And then again, we got some DBT. And not only that, we developed some equipment to do this kind of testing, indigenous equipment. That also we were successful again with the DBT support and our own resources. And those equipment we got a clearance from regulatory authority, the DCGI or CDSO, for going for this test manufacturing and also equipment manufacturing still in the process. how to make this test do a regulatory authority. That clearances also have been achieved. And few equipments. This is only your ELISA reader. First version, second version, third version. This ELISA reader we wanted for field. Indigenous one, very low cost, 15,000 or city company. Now the last version can take up 96. Well, just in 96 tests you can do in field condition of any kind of ELISA. This is what's available in a device that has been developed. Similarly, PCR and RT-PCR machine. This new version is ready. This one. This one. It takes up 28 samples. And you can do anything PCR, real-time PCR, even lamp assays, or any kind of isothermal PCR.
In this, in India, the polymer is isothermal polymer that is used is made in the lab, or it is
Actually, we have just started for isothermal metal. We have started making BSP the enzyme, the main thing. We got a clone recently. That's the most critical component, the costliest component, costliest in isothermal. We are trying that. Recently got from that is there. But this is the cost of this equipment is 70,000. And it can be made field battery operated. So some efforts at our small level we are trying to do. But at your level, because you also have a very strong expert group over here, you can do far better than this. Next, I go. Okay. At DFR, in my own microbiology, we developed a very simple collapsible suitcase kind, laminar flow. Very less weight, cost was around 70,000. You can carry to the field. Now, why I am giving you this information? There is a laminar flow you can carry like a small suitcase. There are equipments available. There are indigenous high-end kits available. So what we need now is make use of them for developing at least field-based, highly reliable sensitive assays for many diseases, whether these are animal diseases or human. So basic work has already been done in the country, and more scope definitely exists over there. Critical, this is what the question was. Over here, you will see they would have mentioned somewhere, TAC, Oakland TAC, BST, reverse transcriptase, CFU. We are trying to do that. But if you visit us, you will be amazed to see what a small group I am as a mentor, and hardly a known established science. Your expertise and their expertise, you are 10 times higher in expertise. And the scientists that I am employing over here are just average students. And how they are able to achieve, if getting time maybe in the afternoon will be working and sitting with the student, I will give you a definite success formula for them, a strategy for them. So confident. And if I am able to spend more and more time with examples or documented examples, tell you how these things are achievable, even with a mediocre mind, with hardly any budget. It's possible. So you have far better things to achieve in life. Be very confident about it. Hybridoma technology, I told you, no? This one, ready to spend one full day, whoever is interested will tell you all technical things. Even today, but my limitation is I have spent 20 years looking under the microscope and handling those hybridoma cells. Who is ready to spend 20 years to learn that? Simple logic is, seeing the cell, I understand what cell needs. It's not only a science, it's an art also now, with experience. You need to get yourself trained. Understanding what cell needs, you can give that kind of thing. So I'm not able to pass it on. I don't know who is ready to take it up. Defense I tried, but somehow the group got dismantled. For half of the work they are able to do, but still I'm very confident. You know the cost. I was making monoclonal antibody of defined specificity, defined isotype, defined affinity, 3 to 5 monoclonal antibodies a day. And the cost would be 2,000 to 5,000 per monoclonal antibody. Time taken would be only 2 months. From our group, we have sanctioned good number of hybridoma-based projects, but I could not see a really good progress in this area. This is one of the critical agents that the technological side is needed, where you can work. Then there are personal reasons. I have my own new CO2 incubator, all laboratory setup. Then I left that. I cannot discuss the personal reasons over here, but still technology strength is there. Today also they cannot beat it. The products that we develop out of it, they were the core critical component for our biosystem. Giving you sensitivity 10 to the power of 2, close to the PCR. ELISA will give you 10 to the power 3 and above. On your molecular assays will give you that was based upon the high affinity amount of antibodies that you are picking up. That really was. And the right kind of isotype specificity they added on to it. Even today, if we take it up, nobody can beat us in the world. You can run your own company, but there are other reasons, that's fine. But I tell you, wherever you want to grow, all of you, try to grow and become leaders in the world. That's what is needed. Sorry, I have gone reverse. Some suggestions are there. Okay, these are again coming like that only. Advancements. All these things are already discussed. I think they have repeated. All these things are. Why they are given this is some basic work is already done. This area, and some products are common. You need not start from the beginning. Those expertise has been there. We made the first BSL-3 mobile laboratory. Then after that, after this COVID, we further upgraded and improved that laboratory, made it more user-friendly, made it more low cost. Okay? So wherever you put your hand in, you will learn and you will keep on improving the technology. That's what for the purpose was. Okay, ये भी हो गया है. How you have to go about it? हो गया नहीं है. They would have, okay. I think they have given in detail. Fine. Okay, vaccine design, I think all of you are good molecular biologists will know how to take care about this aspect. But one component I would like to discuss. Chimeric. This is the area we develop in defense. We have a patent also towards that. Wonderful area I have seen even in the present day, where I was telling my even younger son who is highly successful for cancer therapy with the new multi-specific designed molecule. So this gives a very good approach for new vaccine designs or dual sub-unit. You can choose the right kind of binding domain that is going to go and bind to a specific receptor. You can choose the right kind of binding domain that will give you internalization of that kind of your total molecule. You can choose the right kind of domain that gives you protective thing, 3 or 4 different domains. Even you can choose a domain that gives you adjuvant properties. All these 4 taken together in a chimeric form, you get a successful subunit. And this approach we tried in defense. And some examples I'll show you, but these are all published work of PhD students. Patents have been granted to them. And this is for classical purposes. On a similar approach, we worked and got success. This technology of chimeric joining together is a wonderful technology for subunit. Must have low cost. It's not very low cost. Okay? So I need not go in detail. These are published. I can show you if you feel like all these are like that. So very quickly for our PhD students. At defense, okay, this is regarding oral. Little story is there with me for this oral vaccines. At NII with my student Chandrasekhar, and there was another scientist in US returned, Dr. Sheikh. We developed from Bengal City, not deep. We developed a wonderful our vaccinia virus based edible vaccine for rabies. 1986 or 87. Got an award. Approach DBT, where of course I was also connection law. So there, approach DBT, you have got a vaccine. CRI Kasoli, we got it tested. Pasteur Institute, Kunnur, we got it tested. All animal experiments done beautifully working. Oral rabies vaccine, bait-based. Approach DBT, of course I was part again, I'm telling. We were having no regulatory. rules, how to take it first. We applied for a patent or somewhere Dr. G.P. Talwar was interested. I don't know what would have happened, but definitely he gave us a award. And it's still written in the board there at NIH. We received award for that. It's mentioned. Finally, Shekhar ji, what good position he left. My student immediately got absorbed to Boston University. No job in India. I was left alone. I also changed my field with loss of it. Today, we are still searching for an edible rabies vaccine 25-30 years back, which we had already got. It's a fact now. Please help us in that regard. There is still a good expertise available again with Dr. Islam, Nurul Islam from Calcutta on lactobacillus. We can create a medical vaccine. We are approaching it through DVT. Somehow, if we can again bring back a new version of rabies vaccine, edible rabies vaccine. It's not only for rabies, for anthrax we are trying for our wild animals. In many areas we can try. And I was discussing with Dr. Majumdar, even we have to do lots of research on nasal vaccines that are doable and achievable. Huge scope is there. Many strategies are there, easily possible if someone takes up this mandate. And with Madam joining over here, she has lots of experience on vaccine work from IVRL. I think this can again become a part if scientists are interested to take it up. What is there? Okay, these things everyone knows. mRNA vaccine industry. VLP. I'll stay here for a minute. We have an expert presently in Hyderabad. He started running his own company. Satish Kote from TRP. Wonderful work he does on VLP. He developed a VLP-based vaccine for some viral disease in canines. I think which one was that? It was not CDV, the other one. Parvo he did that. And he is using commercialized that. He was keen to develop even for canine distemper. He's trying, but it's possible. This approach also we should not leave when expertise is that person has joined his own company or friend's company in Hyderabad now. Very brilliant one. He won't mind meeting you. A nice person. I think using that kind of expertise, this area we should also pursue. Very useful one. Therapeutics, wonderful area. And here I will be requesting Madam. Earlier also I had discussion once. Stem cell therapy. It's very close to Madam's expertise. And this needs to be worked out. We do not have anything related to stem cell therapies for anyone. Huge scope is there. We should take that up. But from my side or from others, we have other approaches. We need to cater to therapeutics seriously. I was mentioning, Madam, yesterday at the time of dinner. One such expert was there in 2013. I have made a note. Who was working, Dr. Majumdar also told me, on therapeutics for bovine brucellosis. And he had a good lead. So it's already leads up there with you. Some of those leads are to be taken. Whether it's a phi therapy, whether it's a therapeutic molecule of a kind of, you can say, specific protein or peptide kind, selected ones. But huge scope exists even for aptamers for using therapeutics. It's possible to do that. So this area, particularly for wasting diseases, it is a top most priority in animal biotechnology. For tuberculosis, for brucellosis, for our JD, and maybe many more, and also for viral diseases. We need to go for novel therapeutic approaches. I think either we should develop a center over here or we should be promoting it somewhere else. A very priority area, technology based, that we need to go ahead. Okay, this is discussed. Therapeutic vaccines. Madam was mentioning she developed a molecule by name W. Is it? Could be. I remember Dr. Talwar developed Mycobacterium W. You know that? Read that. That was the first therapeutic vaccine developed in the country. Later they named it some different name they are given. Pran, because he was the GP means G Pran Talwar, and his own name also included. But earlier name was Michael Beckham, and it worked wonders for leprosy. Huge students, even I guided a student. Many students we guided there for MNIA. So this aspect of developing a vaccine and providing therapeutics. Here again is a therapeutic molecule, again by name W. That's how I got interested. So this approach also needs a further kind of strength. Yes, smart shelters, all these things. Now we have got some hand to the technologies that are available. I'll just share one. Others are very common. See, in India, a private company has developed in Bangalore a very smart, small system. Very small one, not very costly. Through radio frequencies, it cuts the pollutants in the air. Can you believe? To a greater distance. But he is not able to approach Delhi government due to some reasons where they are not agreeing to, maybe, or he doesn't have that strength to go. But his technology is being used in many hospitals in Bangalore. So what we were trying to propose, even because it's a low cost, and it's a total novel patented technology, indigenous technology. So if we provide that in our own gaushalas or animal, you can say there we keep them in herds or wherever it's possible. So it can really cut many of the pollutants or even particles so that the respiratory infections can be checked in that heat. And large number of respiratory infections are responsible for outbreak disease. COVID is one among them. And they have also demonstrated its effectiveness in the environment against those. So these smart technologies, many youngsters are able to do it, and we have to just link them for our greater benefit. That's what intention was. Okay, what is this? Okay, harm. This is equally important. You approach a farmer, I normally go to Gaushala, even now. They say that this animal has a problem. Heat nahi aata hai. Those issues are reproductive issues are plenty. Most of the disease still we are taking care of mastitis on one side, lactating animals. Some solutions are emerging, more is needed. But this reproductive issues, physiology related, understanding that, giving them some sort of therapies, or maybe hormonal intervention, what all it is required. I think now you have that expertise available in this center. You must grow over there and provide better solutions toward this end. And Dr. Majumdar and Madam, we were associated. We tried our level best by funding major projects for sexy and short nursing. We are aware, sir. But finally, some success was there, leads were there, but we have to take those leads forward. Very important issue, what we should do with the main car. In India, it's very tough situation faced by the farmers. That area also needs lots of support. I think you can give, and we have few ideas. We can again tie up in a network. We can again tell DBT or an ICR to take up another big project on time base with the leads already achieved. An important area of, so just separating at a fast pace, giving that benefit, very much required. What is that? I think that is that. Orders, I will not touch much, but then we have discussed all this aspect. We need lots over there. We have few ideas, workable ideas. I have seen, because I keep interacting. So we have to just strengthen on that particular area. But very good innovation is available in this area, order and feeders. Wonderful things are done in the country. Knowledge sharing, other things, these are also important ones. Approaches. Okay, those. Commercialization, production. Okay, thank you. Ready to take questions.
Thank you, sir, for this wonderful and inspiring talk.
As you said, like a sub-unit vaccine is very promising. So do you have any success story in India?
Yes. Yes.
Already
See, there is a publication, few publications, and we have kept those molecules ready. And there is a success story for anthrax, for defense use, but not in public domain. See, biodefense program works in a little different strategic approaches, and we have helped it during field situation. It has worked. Some more things will come to the public domain a little later. Questions youngsters should ask. All are youngsters in fact. Please.
Excellent talk. Thank you very much. This side of your presentation I have never seen. So you have been always on the other side.
No.
Excellent work.
Now I am on this side. You ask questions.
But I was curious, all these things with mentoring which you are saying, have you started after you retired or you should be before that?
See,
Because it is a lot of work which we have to.
I have not shown the kind of work which we did. We did plenty of innovative work in science. Many work I could not present because they were biodefense related. So for me, my approach was, it's a common thing I have been sharing with you. For me, research is a passion. Got it? I never took any day off in my life, even today. There is no off day with me, no function day, no celebration. My research is my celebration. With that approach, I generated a core mass of youngsters. Still, that is there with me. If this will go somewhere else, I'll generate more. So, since you enjoy your passion, and if you keep following it up with the God's grace, something better is bound to come. Again, a unique approach which Madam told. It might not be a normal approach, but it works.
There's one more question. Like the technique you have a background of microbiology and infectious disease.
Yeah.
Although you also successfully made real-time PCR experiments local in here. So how do you get how do you think because if I talk about me, I will mostly thinking about what I have done. This is because we don't have training in making instruments and other things. So
see, I don't need to have a deep knowledge of everything. That's why from 1984, I'm the only one left attached to DBT till today. It's not my area of specialization. When Dr. Majumdar presents and Madam presents, I don't understand much. But at least I try to use my common sense and focus. If you see me in the meetings, I'll try to understand. That's the process. And having lots of interest in research, it gets natural, becomes a natural part of it. Any other question? Youngsters?
please give me a big round of applause for this passion.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I have wonderful. Your concerns for having patriotism majority of us we know we do have a VPCC at things, so that is
At Hisar.
at Hisar. So it's a very specific one, with the margin that we need to look at. And as the institution where I was earlier at IIM, we started a kind of sub-unit of that. So all the pathogens are submitted to there. They would give a VPCC, VPCC number to the scientist. And in turn, the institute would carry all the bacterial cultures or whatever the strains they have. And likewise, I was even submitting my special lines also to the IIM VPCC. But this VPCC as we start doesn't have any of the things to do with different cells. NBHR at Karnal said it has a schematic cell plan, but there are still few biological left which do not see a specific case. Particularly for in the area of green sciences, the stem lines. So what you correctly said, I could get a different insight over here. Why things narrow and keep only one kind of cell? One could think little wider and talk about that. So the two things, one sharing information of VPCC and second that. And secondly, sir, I mean, question to you about the oral release vaccine. So I can understand having developed it and
Lost it.
yeah, but lost it. So no, did you really plan to start it again?
Yes.
Might not be using the same group,
Yes.
but
I'm trying at level best.
okay.
One of the premier target for me at my personal level is to develop an oral.
That's a very important.
Madam, for me, very important area is taking care of non-owned animals, stray animals. Normally, people will say non-owned or stray animals. Very much attached to that objective. If I have to start my own research institute, it's meant primarily for that.
Thank you so much. And the similar cases here, it's been more than 13 and a half years or maybe 14 years approximately for me going from post to pillar, wherein you know about it, the civilian knows, the civilian knows, and no guidelines for the use of animal stuff. We do have a application for commercialization, use of scent media, and for cells, you keep having patents, but it doesn't work. You cannot do so industry because no guidelines to it. So we are still working for that, and I'm sure we'll be able to do it.
Madam, today's position, you will be able to do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, we are still not giving the thread. So all such things give you an insight that yeah, once lost is lost. So the thread has to be had. Of course, you must have tried your level best. But
Madam, I have lost 80%, more than 80% of my products in Biden. But the same way face the problems, not given further manpower or financial strength to even maintain this. And more than that, told to leave those and move elsewhere. It's a part of culture where we live. But this is what we have to change through all these youngsters. Any effort of their hard-earned effort in their life, they should see to it that it is maintained and really reaches the users. I think where directors have very important role. For me, I got some people who were worried, to be very frank, they will be superseded with the permit. I had so many technologies and products developed. It's a personal thing which is a part of our culture. Can't help it. But somehow, this is a new generation. They think in a different mode. They can come out with solutions towards those age-old our habits of selfishness, greed, competitiveness, for a, what to say, kind of those approaches, they will, I think they will come away from it. It would be helpful.
and last, I think that hydroderma thing, which you said, is pretty cost effective. We have our own colleagues who are sitting here. I'm sure either they must have discussed with you,
Not
or they might be discussing during lunch or something.
fine. I'm ready to discuss with anyone who is serious about the technology. Sure.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you, madam. Anyone else? No. Dr. Majumdar? Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Students again, sir wants to, interact with you around 4:30. So we have interaction with the students over some snacks or something will arrange it. Please come here around 4:30. We'll have interaction. Especially students, whoever wants to interact with Batra, you are welcome. Okay, thank you very much.